If you are planning to buy property in Delhi, then there are certain essentials which you have to keep in mind. First and foremost thing is you need to carry out a due diligence of that property. That will constitute the title search of the property. The title search of property is basically looking into whether the last registered sale deed is a proper sale deed or not, and if not, then also you have to look into the chain deeds, and if yes, then also you have to look into the changes as to how this present owner became owner of this property. That needs to be a certain, and that can be a certain only through chain deeds and title deeds. So that is first and foremost thing. And secondly, you have to look whether there is any loan on this property or not, and for that purpose you have to check either EC, or you can obtain report from SERSI, and you can ascertain that. And thereafter the litigation aspect can be covered by carrying out a search at different courts, including high courts, consumer courts, and RERA tribunals and Supreme Court. So that can be taken care of that way. There is one more thing which you have to ascertain while you are purchasing any group housing property, that you need to have a share certificate, and because that is very essential for your ownership. That being first thing. Secondly, there are other properties as well in Delhi, which might be leasehold properties, or the properties which are belonging to LNDO. So in case of properties belonging to LNDO, like in Lajpat Nagar or Malviya Nagar, there are properties located which are basically under LNDO. So here you need to take a NOC from LNDO, and then only transaction can be carried out on those properties. And in this also you have to ascertain that who is the current owner of that property, and that can be ascertained only by the title deed of the property. Then after obtaining these documents, you also need to look whether this whose name is getting reflected in municipal records and the electricity bill. After that, you go ahead and get that property registered, and prior to registration, sometimes people do enter into MOUs or agreement for sale, and thereafter the final transaction comes to sale deed. And once sale deed is completed, then the title of the property is transferred to you. But even after that, one prime thing is that you need to carry out a electricity bill name change, as well as property tax name change. Property tax name change, sometimes people do mention it as mutation, but that is basically property tax name change. And if you get through this property tax name change, electricity bill name change, then your complete title of the property vests with you, and in near future you can carry out any transaction which you wish. The last kind of property which is in Delhi is basically this GPA properties. So in GPA properties, usually the title does not get transferred through GPA, but people do execute a GPA as well as ATS and will all three documents at once, so that if the original owner of the property has given a power of attorney, then you have all rights to sell and purchase. And then via will, if in case the person whose name the property was, and he has given power of attorney, if he expires, then title of the property gets transferred through will. And last is agreement for sale. Once you there is an agreement for sale which has been executed, if in near future the owner of the property goes and enters into sale transaction with some other third party, then in that scenario you have all rights to go ahead and ask the seller to specifically form that contract, which is agreement to sell. So these are the basic kinds of transactions which happen in Delhi, and so it is highly recommended that you carry out a proper due diligence before you purchase a property in Delhi.